Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Michael Cretion, and this is my individual portion of the findings and sharings. My group's topic was religion, faith, and sexual orientation. My focus was mostly towards the Judaism faith and how it relates to sexual orientation. Most of what I found the majority of what I found was mostly to do with women and men, and how the marriage is perceived and how each of the genders are, in binary standards, how each of the genders are seen in the faith. From what I found, the women are mostly just they deal with the house, cleaning, cooking, everything. And if it's not up to the men's standards, then the men can sign up for divorce, hand the woman the piece of paper, and they're divorced. There's no say in the women's standpoint. It's strictly just the men. This is mostly due to the rabbis and the rabbis' teachings. So the rabbis' teachings were mostly viewed towards, or they mostly taught that, the woman should be in their place, and their place is, the kitchen, the household, taking care of the kids. And if they're not doing that correctly, then they're not a good wife, they're not a good fit. So obviously, women saw it that way, and most of the women, or many of them, growing up, would want to fit in that lifestyle and, be good to the faith. So that's how they grew up. They grew up, knowing how to cook and clean, knowing how to take care of children, and what have you. And the men, same way, men grew up, and they were told that they had to be the man of the house. They had to bring in the money and whatnot, so they had to work jobs, be the head of the household. What I also found was that for the non-binary, you had the gays and queers were not allowed to be anywhere involved with the clergy or anywhere involved with the faith, at all. They were shunned, were dishonored, thrown out of the house if they were found to be either or anything not binary. And that's just how the faith was through teachings of rabbis and the preachers. The clergy members saw that as, you have to be this, you have to be that, and if you're not, then you're not a part of the faith, and you're not part of, God's will. So that was, it was pretty easy to find that through my own experiences as well. I kind of knew that from, back when I was in middle schools. A couple instances of that where, some of my classmates would come out, and them coming out would be disowned by their families. It was kind of depressing. Also noticed that Middle Eastern Jewish faith is completely different. For the most part, it's completely different from American Jewish faith. Mostly in part because of the Orthodox Jews and just the sub-faiths are very different. In America, it's a little bit more common with our culture to be openly gay or openly queer. And American culture, it's getting to be okay with that. Jewish faith, however, over here is kind of, from what I found, they're trying to start bringing in and allowing the non-binary into their faith and allowing them to be good with God. But the more strict faiths and the faiths over in the Middle East are just the same as how they always been, very strict on your position as a man or woman, and if you're not a man or a woman, then you're not a part of the faith. So that was all my research that I found. Majority was most of that. Thank you for listening. Good luck with everything. Hope you have a good day. Thank you.